Good afternoon, YouTube viewers and subscribers. So it's been a few days, a week or so since I've made a video, and some things have happened in this last week that I want to address first. The first thing is I want to reach out to my buddy Robert and from Slovenia, and Robert and Blaž. I'm sorry, I just cannot, I don't even want to try and pronounce your last name because I don't want to butcher it. But Robert, I just want to reach out to you and say I hope you're feeling better. I saw your video. I hope your arm heals very fast and you're back to saluting and flying in no time. So, the next order of business is, the weather's been really shitty here lately and it looks like the weekend's going to be crappy. So it's a good weekend, good few days to stay in the house. And the thing is, I've got something really good to stay in the house for. I was contacted last week sometime by a new gentleman, never done business with him before, and he's got an engine he wants me to service. And I have to admit, I've already taken a peek inside this box and my eyes roll back in my head. It's just absolutely beautiful. So he is entrusting me to look after, service, and run this beautiful engine. And this new customer's name is Ed. And as you can see, if you can read, if the glare isn't too bad, this is an OS FT240 Super Gemini engine. Now this engine came out, OS put this out on the market in 1984. And I do not know how old this engine is, but this actually, I mean, this box is pristine. And it actually came with an over box over this too. And the story is that this was Ed's grandfather's engine, and it's got a very little runtime on it. In fact, externally it looks perfect. There's an ignition system installed on it, so I've been tasked with servicing this engine. So let's stop talking and just start looking at this beautiful thing. Now look at this. This is just absolutely incredible. It's got, you know, the templates for mounting, and the decals. I mean, it's got everything here. Now the one thing I thought was interesting was, when we're just looking at the manual, the 300, or at least the later model versions, had a really big thick manual, but it looks like all this thing really came with was maybe a leaflet as a manual. So that's kind of interesting. But anyway, take a look at this beautiful thing. Now, like I said, it's got an ignition system on it. So let me pull the ignition box out here. That's a RCXL. I have no idea how old this ignition system is, and if I think I have any issues or concerns about it, I've got my own for a twin cylinder engine that I can run on this engine. But let's see what else is in here. Comes with an optical kill switch for gas engines. I won't be using that. And it comes with some tools. Let's put this kill switch back in here. And some other things here. These choke mechanism's not installed. And the glow plugs for running it with glow plugs, and of course the mount adapter, or the mount blind nuts and stuff like that. So there's some other things in here. The heck with that. Let's look at this beautiful engine. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Actually, it's so big I don't know that I should zoom in anymore. So this is just my initial inspection. This is the first time I've actually taken it out of the box. I did poke my head in the box and look in there, but just look at this thing. This is just it's just phenomenal. I mean, it looks absolutely new in box. Okay, so that's got some pretty good compression. That side feels a little bit weaker. So, screws. Obviously this engine has probably never been apart before. So the things I'm concerned about with this engine are, and quite honestly, it looks like it's in shape that it could be run. In fact, I think Ed tried to run it before he sent it to me, and he was saying that one cylinder wasn't firing because there was nothing but fuel coming out. So we might have a fouled plug, maybe the maybe the ignition module isn't up to snuff. But I mean, aside from that, this engine looks like it could be run. So what I'm probably going to do is I might, I don't know if I'll remove these ignition components, because if I'm going to service this, these things have to come off anyway. I might run this first, but I won't run it as a glow ignition engine. What I'll do is I'll just put glow plugs in here, because I'd feel a lot more comfortable just running it as a glow engine first, because if it's got such low runtime on it, it might need to be broken in, and breaking in an engine on CDI, I just don't know that I would want to do that. First thing I'll probably do is pull these plugs, check them, check the valve clearances or the valve lash, and see if there's just anything that looks unusual. But it feels pretty nice. I mean, the exterior is perfect. Now the concerns I've got is this was run, I think Ed's grandfather ran this engine. We don't know how many times he ran it, and then it sat, and Ed was saying he's not sure if it was stored properly or not. So from past experience with multi-cylinder engines, we've learned that engines that are run one time can look great on the outside, but may not look so great on the inside. So I'm trying to figure out if I actually want to remove this rear cover first and just at least take a look and see what the condition of things are. But I don't think it's going to hurt anything to at least just run it one time as it is, with glow plugs installed. And maybe I'll just leave this stuff on here, maybe I'll take it off, I'm not sure. But so this engine is going to be the subject of the next few videos for me, because, you know, I've got it here. I want to get this work done on this engine for Ed, and I'm super excited about it. Quite honestly, I really can't even think about any other engines right now, just because this thing is just so spectacular and so beautiful. So anyway, this has been an initial inspection, Ed, of your OS FT 240 Super Gemini engine, and everybody look forward to some more videos on this thing in the coming days and week. Thank you very much for watching.